It's another Black and Gold Friday in the city of New Orleans, and the Saints are all set to get back to the Dome for Week 2. The ACME Oyster House afternoon wrap is next. Hi again, everybody. With John DeShazier, I'm Sean Kelley. Welcome into the Friday edition of the ACME Oyster House afternoon wrap. Beautiful day outside. The Saints did practice inside here today at the Oshler Sports Performance Center. JD, your phrase in a moment, but the week of practice has come to an end.
Yeah, these guys wanted to get in this preparation. Obviously anxious to get back on the field after last Sunday's loss, so you got to go through the preparation. You got to make the proper corrections during the week, and they hope that they have.
The players also talked about the attention to detail. That was a big message this week for the New Orleans Saints. And wide receiver Michael Thomas certainly felt like this week's practice had a different feel than a week ago.
Just more sense of urgency. We know we want to get that bad taste out of our mouth, but we can't get to Sunday. We can't just hop to Sunday. We got to get it in preparation. So, just sense of urgency. Guys want to correct their mistakes. As young guys, week one, a little sloppy. So we just want to get out there and correct our mistakes on a big stage.
Well, John, we talked yesterday about both teams having a meaningful Sunday ahead of them. The Saints obviously do not want to go to 0-2. The Browns the same, although they have a tie that they're dealing with. The bottom line, though, with the Browns, John, they have not won a game in their last 18 tries. They would match the Lions' futility streak if they were to lose another one this weekend.
Yeah, you got to imagine the desperation that goes along with that. This is a new season for the Browns. They believe they're a new team, a new franchise. So certainly you want to get that frustration off your back. That's a huge burden to walk around with every week.
Yeah, and sometimes desperation breeds intensity. Drew Brees was asked this week about the Browns' intensity and if the Saints have to match it come Sunday.
They did a lot of good things on film last week, and that's the thing, you almost I mean, you hate the fact that they haven't had a win since, for a while, just because you look at their side of the ball and you're like, man, that's a really good defense. It's they did a lot of good things, and so forget their record. Forget the last time they had a win. I think we look at it as, you try to as much as possible, man. Faceless opponent. We go out, we execute our stuff. Whatever they throw at us, we got to have a plan for. We got to be ready for, do all the things that equate to winning football. Take care of the football, be efficient, run game, pass game. When you have a chance to make plays, you got to make them. And forget who you're playing. That's got to be our approach, no matter who we're playing.
JD, I know, hold on, the phrase is coming. One more big news item, though, we still have to take care of. There are some question marks surrounding the Saints' defensive line this week. As we reported on Wednesday, the injury list was somewhat long and notorious, as they say. It got better as the week went. One guy that has not practiced this week for the New Orleans Saints, though, is starting defensive tackle Tyler Davison.
Yeah, he's been walking around in that boot, and he said on Wednesday he thought he'd be able to go, but he has not been able to work, and that means likely he'll be out of Sunday's game, and that leaves a bit of a hole at the defensive tackle rotation.
Yeah, David Onyemata is a likely sub for him. Don't forget Taylor Stallworth, who might make his NFL debut this weekend for his family's favorite team.
You excited?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Who wouldn't be? As a rookie, and I dreamed for this. So my dream finally coming true. So
Taylor, how do you balance that enthusiasm with keeping your head?
I'm just, I have to be focused. Even though this is my first NFL game, in the regular season, I can't let that get to my head, So I just have to stay focused throughout the whole game.
So whether it's Taylor Stallworth or David Onyemata or Sheldon Rankins or anybody else up front defensively for the New Orleans Saints, head coach Sean Payton and his coaching staff have been making sure that they are ready and in position for quarterback Tyrod Taylor.
He does a lot of things that are really difficult, the extended plays. I think he does a good job of climbing in the pocket. He made some big throws in the fourth quarter last week that were significant. So you can see there's a confidence level he has in the receivers he's working with. And that game, if you're watching it on coach's tape, you just feel all the momentum and the scores with Pittsburgh until that 7-minute mark, if you will, in the fourth quarter, and it shifts very quickly.
And not much left to do now. Saints and Browns, noon Central on Sunday. The game will be on Fox. And, of course, the Saints radio network coverage, including pregame coverage, early on Sunday at NewOrleansSaints.com and your Saints mobile app. All right, JD, now we can say it.
Yep. Barn, hey, barn. Good introduction. You guys should know each other pretty well. Let's get going.
Let's do it. The Saints and Browns. Go Saints. We'll see you this weekend.